Welcome back to One More Mana. My name is Derik, and today we're getting to the top 5 most bruh-worthy things in Edge of Eternities. And honestly, if you're trying to set the vibe for this set, get into a spacey mood, y'all have to check out. If y'all haven't seen the Command Zones like little mini movie they did for the Rise of the Deck Masters, it is. I'm not gonna spoil anything. You just go check it out. One thing I will spoil is Rachel, whatever language she's speaking in that. I'm adopting that as my own, as someone who maxes out their petty meter frequently and typically cusses a lot and forces people to bleep out too many words. That's what I can do instead. I will adopt that language. I felt too seen in all of those scenes. But yes, check it out. And it just adds to like the amazing vibe of this set, despite the fact that we're going to get into the release schedule in a little bit, but I'm loving what I'm seeing. I know one of my biggest fears coming into this set was like, oh gosh, is it going to be a hat set? Like, is it going to be every Magic character in an astronaut suit floating through space? Bam, adventure time. There we go. Why is Rakdos wearing an astronaut suit? We don't know, but he's here. We didn't get that. And it seems like it's taking itself seriously. The art's awesome. The vibes are awesome. It pays homage to like a lot of cool, different sci-fi tropes and things, but in a, like a respectful, might not be the right word, but like, yeah, in a self-respectful kind of way, and ways that some of my favorite sets in the past have done, and not just too on the nose. The set seems amazing, but I still have to rant about it. I can't just sit here and say it's positive and walk away. I'm here to rant and rave and yell things that I can't yell at random strangers in public, and tell you what makes me say, bruh, these are cards that make me feel some type of way. It could be positive, negative, and most often somewhere randomly in between. So at number 5, the number 5 most bro-worthy card in this set. This was an easy one. This card just made me shake my head. It is Ice-Till Explorer. It's just a 4-mana 2/4 insect. You can play. I feel like with lands, look, lands decks are already too powerful. They're busted. We know that. And I feel like you can't really make it too much stronger with new abilities. They're already so busted. It's like, well, we can already get all your lands out of your deck. You can already play additional lands. You can play things from graveyard. So what they start doing is stapling a bunch of busted green lands cards all together for new effects. AC was a great example of this. Is of a card that's like, what if Tatiova in Exploration had a giant sea monster baby? And it's awful and terrible, and I hate that card, and that's what I still explore, bruh. You can play additional lands. You can play lands from your graveyard, and whenever a land you control enters, you mill. It's like every part of the engine, every part of the payoff, and everything in between. It's like, but lands decks don't need help. Look, lands, you play lands, you already benefit. We don't need that many more payoffs. We should start doing weird downsides, like make it so, yeah, you can play an additional land, but when you play a land, you take damage. I don't know, your creatures get smaller. You owe your friends time back for the 30-minute time you took, turn you took. I don't know, dude, find something to make it more balanced, and this is balancing in the wrong direction. At number 4, the number 4 most bro-worthy thing in this set, we got Slivers and Eldrazi, but like sprinkled in the strangest way possible. There's a random Eldrazi, we got a Thrumming Hive pool, so not technically a sliver, but cares about slivers. But it piques my interest. I do love both of these. I feel like both Slivers and Eldrazi serve best as these weird, kind of amorphous evil entities off in the distance. I feel like when you see, especially with Eldrazi, if they're too overexposed, they lose that fear factor. They're not terrifying. They're not, that whole horror vibe just goes away when you get to see everything about them. And Slivers are almost the same way, where it's almost like you're watching the movie Alien, and it's like the aliens like off screen and just randomly killing stuff. Little sprinkles of slivers in sets and them being menaces is so much scarier than just like, here's all the slivers, this one's Steve, there's Todd, what's up Reggie? I don't think that's the way to make slivers scary. So I'm loving the sprinkles, bro. I like it, just don't overdo it like we saw with Phyrexians. If you go too far into it, it just loses all the fear factor. Not great. Now at number 3, the number 3 most bro-worthy thing in this set, we have Planetary Annihilation. Looks like mass land destruction's back on the menu, boys. Now at number 2, the number 2 most bro-worthy thing in this set, it's gonna be things. I haven't cheated yet on this one. I haven't like done multiple cards for one. I need to. The whole point of these lists is that I can make the rules and cheat. Like literally, why am I trying to follow rules? Number 2, we have the planets. These are all, it's like the new Cradle, new Tolarian Academy, fuck you Red, nobody cares about you, and all that. So these, why these make me say, bruh, I love the designs on these. I think these are super cool. I think it's like a very cool balance of like really busted effects, obviously, but with balance. Like you have to earn what you're getting. It reminds me a lot of the flip Ixalan things, like the flip Cradle, Storm the Vaults for like an Is It thing that flipped into a Tolarian Academy. I really like these. The reason these are gonna make me say bruh is, with those at least, most times when you see a Growing Rites or you see a Storm the Vaults, people wait until they play them so they can flip the same turn. These things are gonna come in tapped and just be an announcement to the world of like, wee woo, I am playing a version of one of the most busted cards in Magic's history. I'll pass. Good luck, everybody. It's like putting like a ticker on the table and just basically saying, kill me or destroy this before it gets back to my turn. And forget about the scenario where you end up tapping down your board to station these enough. Bro, these seem fun. These seem like it's the ultimate, like, announce yourself as a future arch enemy and see if everyone's smart enough to figure it out. I kind of love what they're doing there. It's like, I'm the big bad. I just played this. You have a whole turn to figure it out. Good luck. And honestly, I feel like that's what big scary cards should do in Commander. I love it. Now at number one, the number one most bro-worthy thing in this set. It's not a card. It's not a thing. It's more of a concept. Bro, this release schedule. I have not finished reading the cards from Final Fantasy yet. Legit. I need more time. And this set's here. But the thing is it here? Because Spider-Man's here. And I've genuinely, when I started writing the outline, and as unhinged as these are, you'd be shocked, I actually do write outlines. I was writing the outline for this, and I felt like I missed something. I was like, oh, no, I just missed Edge of Eternities. I need to be writing one for Spider-Man. And then I stopped, and I Googled it, and I was like, Edge of Eternities has not officially released yet. At time of recording, it is not officially released. And it feels like it is a set from 2 months ago. Bruh, I get it. I can't imagine these design teams that work on these sets like work on them years in advance. So like for them, it probably feels like forever. Like they're so ready to push these sets out, share it with the world. And that's the crazy thing is the individual sets are great. I have no Final Fantasy is one of my favorite sets ever. It was super amazing, awesome. Edge of Eternities, theme-wise, card-wise, seems amazing. As Ken always points out, I'm not a Marvel person, so I guess I'm not as potentially excited about Spider-Man, but I'm sure it's gonna be cool. Like individually, they all seem great, but they're being smushed into each other in a way that's like, what I actually end up doing for comfort, this is the first unhinged rant, I guess, of the video, is I find myself now disappearing to like past sets to feel calm. I used to love getting lost in these fantasy worlds and getting the feeling of like, okay, cool. I remember when I first started playing, it was Amonkhet block. And I had like Amonkhet, an Hour of Devastation. I had months and months and months to dive into this lore and this world and just feel like I was experiencing it. And then after that, another one of the most like impactful sets to me was original Ixalan into Rivals of Ixalan. And all this time of like getting a feeling of this world. And that's literally what I ended up doing in the middle of this release with Final Fantasy and Edge of Eternities and Spider-Man. Instead of trying to pay attention and get caught up, I spent the last 2 weeks watching old set reviews from Ixalan. I put back together my Gishath deck. I literally decided I needed an escape into a different fantasy world in the past that was moving slower. So, bruh, I love the sets. They all seem cool. The cards are awesome, but bruh, slow down. My little brain could not keep up. And that is going to do it for this week's video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Look, I'm excited for Edge of Eternities. I hope I get a chance to enjoy it before I'm getting web shot in the face by Spider. That's a terrible way to phrase that. Yeah, I hope I get a chance to enjoy it. The set seems cool. Let me know what y'all think. But yo, we're going to be at Gen Con. All three of us. I know last time we had it somewhere around here. The little cardboard cutout it said. All three of us are going to be at Gen Con. So if any of y'all are going to be at Gen Con, hit us up. DMs, IMs, whatever it is. Twitter, find some way. Just stand up in the middle of a room and yell one more mana 3 times. We'll pop up behind you. We'll make it happen. But yeah, come find us. We're going to be jamming games all weekend. Gen Con is my favorite time. If you're going to Gen Con, you haven't experienced the noodle truck, get the noodle truck. Forgot the name of it, which probably would be helpful. But if you see us, ask about noodles. We'll tell you where to go. Also, I almost forgot to say this. Anybody we see at Gen Con, please just kill Ken first. He bullies us always. And he bullies all of you. And he has that smile, this charm. And he bullies you, and somehow you're like, you know what? This was a good experience, and I get it. It's fun. We got to get him first. At least once, just once. I will write down the time, the day, and the moment that I felt like a life goal was achieved. We can do it. I believe in us. Until then, stay petty.